All right, Salaki brothers, but again it says rather in terms of income, wealth, education, imprisonment, or or health outcomes. So in income, we're being held back. Wealth, we're definitely held back. Imprisonment, we're at the top of the list. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians. All right, or health outcomes. Statistically, black Americans fare significantly worse than Americans of other races and ethnicities. Now, again, the so-called Negroes, all right, which are the tribe of Judah, you know, did get it the worst and does get it the worst. Esau is, the most harsh on them, all right, than any of the other tribes. He is harsh on all the tribes, but his hatred towards Judah is next level, all right. And that's why when Esau has been eliminated, all right, after the 1,000 years of the kingdom, the tribe of Judah will receive Esau's land, all right, because he's put more hell on the so-called Negroes, all right, or the tribe of Judah than any of the other tribes, all right. So it's only fitting that the tribe of Judah gets that land, all right, gets his lands after he's been done away with, all right, because he won't be around anymore. So there'll be no need for a land to Edom anymore because he'll be gone. There'll be no such thing as an Edomite anymore, all right, after that 1,000 year period in the kingdom of heaven, all right. It says rather it's like your income, wealth, which income were dead last, wealth were dead last, imprisonment were first, and health outcomes, all right. Statistically, black Americans fare significantly worse than Americans of other races and ethnicities. While a Pew Research survey shows that 52% of U.S. adults think that the country has made a great deal or a fair amount of progress in ensuring equal rights for all people over the past 60 years, and equally high shares of Americans, high shares of Americans agree that these efforts haven't gone far enough, and they won't go far enough. All right. You can say this is as good as it'll ever get. All right. Now, again, it's not as bad as it was when we first got here in hardcore slavery, because again, these these bills like the First Amendment or the Constitution or whatever, or the civil rights or whatever law being signed in the past. The only reason why it was signed in the past so this word could be pushed. All right. That's the only reason why. It's not for equality. The Most High doesn't want equality between us and Esau and the other nations. All right. The the freedom of speech and the equal rights and all that, so on and so forth, all that jazz was only created so the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh could be pushed, not so all nations can so we can get along with all nations. All right, for all nations to come together. If the Lord wanted that, the Tower of Babel would have been built if the Lord wanted that. All right, that shows that the Most High ain't with that. All right, and Lord, where his brothers can see, you got this graph here. It says Black Americans still feel systematically held back. The prison system, a great amount. You know, I mean, the jail cells are filled with Judites, Gadites. Cause some Gadites, um, Ephraimites, Manassites, full with them, man. The courts and judicial process, 48%. Political, policing, 48%. Political system, 43%. Economic system, 39%. And these are all great deals. As you can see, the great deals outweigh all the fair amounts. All right. Education system, 32%. The news media, 28%. Um, the healthcare system, 27%. Among Black Americans, the view on progress is much more negative, which 30% of respondents say that significant progress has been made, with 83% think that the efforts to ensure equal rights have been insignificant, which it is. All right, it is, and this proves you're not equal. This proves we're not equal with these other nations. All right, because we've been at the bottom when it comes to these statistics for years. All right, forever, ever since we've been here. That this ain't our rest, man. Again, this place was set up as a punishment for us. This place was not set up for us to prosper. All right, to have generational wealth. To overcome. This place was set up as a punishment, man. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, right? This is not your rest. So you're always going to feel systematically left behind. Why? Because this ain't your rest. This ain't our place of rest. The kingdom of heaven is our place of rest. This is our hell, all right? Because it's polluted, and this should destroy you with a sword destruction, right? And this should destroy you with the sword destruction, all right? And this chat right here shows how this place is destroying us. We're behind in every single category. We're in the, not behind, but ahead in every single category. All right, we're thrown in the prison system. Economic system, we're worse. Education is worse, which education really don't mean shit. But the economic part, as far as having money, filling up the prison systems. All right. It said this place will destroy you, and we've been destroyed as a people in this place. All right, in Babylon the Great, or wherever brothers are scattered. All right, because the curses, when you read Deuteronomy 28 and 65, which you're gonna get that. We're gonna get that, but let me get this real quick. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 14. Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 14. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 15. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 15, Salakia. And the Lord appeared in the tabernacle in the pillar of a cloud, and the pillar of the cloud stood over the door of the tabernacle. And the Lord said unto Moses, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go whoring after the gods of strangers, which those people are Israelites. All right, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians of the land, rather they go to be among them. And they will forsake me and break my covenant which I have made with them. Then my anger should be kindled against them, and in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they should be devoured, and many evils and troubles shall befall them. And that's the curses. All right, the curses fell upon us. Now again, before 70 AD happened, which was, you could say, the big fish in the pond. 70 AD. And the real big fish was the transatlantic slave trade. All right, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. But then we had 70 AD, and before that, we call hell, going into captivity under these other nations. But those were the two big things. The Lord said, when you read Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, the thing that's going to happen to us, again, the 70 AD and after the transatlantic slave trade, us going into hardcore slavery under Esau and Babylon the Great, all right, which is America. Those were those evils and troubles, all right, that fell upon us and shall befall them, so that they will say in that day, are not these evils come upon us, because our power is not among us. All right, and the Lord hid his face from us for a period of time, all right, because he took his name for us, he cast us off. We lost our identity for a period of time, but now the Lord is adopting us back. All right. But again, it's like you go back and read Deuteronomy 28th chapter, which those curses fell upon us. Those were those great evil that the Lord brought upon us, which we're still suffering to this day. And we're waiting for the Lord to take us out of them. All right, but this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65. And among these nations, thou shalt find no ease. Right? Esau being the top of those nations. And he sets his system up to be completely and utterly against us, to oppress us. All right? This whole system is set up to oppress us. As you can see, this proves it. This chart right here proves it. The scriptures say what? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, which are the Edomites, when you read Malachi, the first chapter. All right? So this right here shows, all right, that, among these nations, like the Lord said, we'll find no ease, especially Esau. Because this whole system is systematic, like I said, systematically against us. So like reading them back in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 65, and among these nations thou shalt find no ease, Esau being at the top of that list, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, right? Like we just read in Malachi, the Lord said, arise and depart, for this is not our rest. This place we get no rest. We're constantly in a state of sorrow, constantly, working, there's no rest here, all right? But the scripture says there remaineth the rest, and it's going to be in the kingdom of heaven after this place is destroyed, after this system, this pit is destroyed, all right? But the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. And this is why. Because this system, all right, because of this system, all right? And ultimately it's the curses, but this system that Esau set up due to us being under the curses. Because again, the Lord said among these nations we're going to find no ease. All right? And again, he set the system up that everything is against us. All right? It's like a sorrow of mine. And the life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life. All right? One of the things they mentioned in that article is policing. All right? Or what have you. In the morning thou shalt say Yahweh, it were evening, and in the evening thou wilt say Yahweh, it were the morning. Right? You wish just hope the day be over. You just say, I can't wait for this day to be over with. That's how you feel every day. For the fear of thy heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thy eyes which thou shalt see. Right? And then this is the big one, Deuteronomy verse 68. The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt say it no more again. And there you should be sold into your enemies, which are the Edomites, for bondmen and bondwomen, which is the so-called white race, and bondwomen. And no man should buy you, right? And no man should buy you, meaning no man should free you. All right. And again, from day one, this man has set this system up to be against us. All right. And it's not going to change until the Most High destroys this place. Let me give one more precept, and after this, I'm gonna wrap it up. Because it's late. Salakia for the lateness on the part 2 of this video. Had to do something. Had to get ready to go to work. Salakia. But this is Isaiah chapter 52 verse 5. Now therefore, what have I heard, saith the Lord? For my people, which are the people of the Lord are the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, is taken for naught, and they that rule over them make them to howl. And what does it mean to howl? To cry. All right. Physically, and you break down and cry. Like, brother, the people be on the internet, man. All people be on the internet, real deal in these times, sighing and crying, man. Shedding real tears because they just can't take it anymore here. All right? Can't take this system. How bad it is right now. And just not for us, for Edomites as well right now. Because Christians are being flipped. But it said the people that rule over them make them to howl. When we look at the word howl, it means to cry. All right? Saint the Lord. And my name is continually every day is blasphemy. All right? So, yeah, man. This system was set up against us, and it's been set up against us from day one. All right, and it's not going to change till the Most High destroys this place, which that day is coming very, very soon. So that I pray this was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you, brothers that push this truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.